Hey there, Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. And today we are going to cover the energies of the Moon Astrology from November 23rd to Sunday the 29th. We're going to travel with the moon and see how that makes you feel. Moon astrology is really cool because it gets into your emotional energy and how does that affect how your life is going to roll, like in reality. How are you going to react and respond? So let's get into your overall energy for the week. I want to thank those of you who left me comments. I will be pulling a card for you at the end of this reading. I actually have 5 cards I'll be pulling. Aries was, I think, the most prolific. Maybe Capricorn was a tie. Ooh. So I am using the Everyday Enchantment Tarot for the overall energy this time because I feel like this week's pretty gentle, relatively speaking to the rest of 2020. And so I kind of wanted to bring in that sense of normalcy as we are, preparing for next year where it becomes a little more normalized, I believe. Our new normal, but a normalized situation. And you have such beautiful energy. So you have overall energy, you have the King of Cups. You have the Knight of Cups. And you have the Page of Swords. That's a lot of people. I think this has a lot to do with the energy, the energy around family, for sure. Because here we have a dad with 2 kids, and then we have the mom and dad with their child, and then this is almost like a card of traveling. But I don't think it's traveling in the way. I don't think it's really like subway long distance traveling. It is the traveling of doing what you love, finding your passion and going for it and knowing that it will support and sustain you. Because his Ace of Cups down there, his little cup that it actually has coins all over it. And here he is, he's singing his song and she's stopping to listen. Is she going to accept or reject? I don't know. Her face is, she stopped though. It's assessing. It's assessing whether or not this is a project, a relationship, an opportunity, a situation that she wants to spend more time with. This is being emotionally balanced and finding the joy. So I think even though the holidays are going to be a little different this year, there's opportunity to find new ways to really enjoy it and discover it. And then we have the Page of Swords. This is new ways of communicating. This is new ways of discovering too. And so I think there's a lot of opportunity this week to really, to find new ways to explore opportunities, relationships, communication, but it's a very emotional feeling. All right, so let's go ahead and get into what we have going on. So we start out the week with the moon in Pisces, and there's a lot of aspects there because that moon is going to conjunct Neptune, and it's going to sextile Pluto, and sextile is a very supportive energy. And this is going to be a really good time for you to journal. I think journal in the evening because it's more of like the evening energy because the moon's also going to sextile with first Pluto, then Jupiter, and then Saturn. And so it is about discovering what it is that is of value to you, taking the time to go ahead and write down what are your dreams, what are your hopes, what are your goals, what are your wishes. What is that Knight of Cups energy? What is it that you want to present out to the world to see whether or not it will be responded to in a warm and inviting way? How can you go from the Knight to the King also? Like this opportunity is something that you really, really want and you're putting the effort in, you're going to have to vocalize it to get to where you have everything that you're hoping for. And the research and the study along the way to get there. And so this is the beginning steps. And so taking the time to spend a little time assessing, seeing where you are, figuring out where it is you want to go. How do you get there? And so the advice for this for you is to have patience. Love is patient, love is kind always. And I think this is love for yourself too. Love for the project, love for the people in your life. This is a week where I feel like we cannot spread enough love and gratitude around. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people a little disappointed that things are not necessarily going the way they thought they would. So many things in the world are kicking up. And then here in the United States, of course, we have a national holiday that is going to be celebrated differently than it has previously, right? And for many people. And so there's this need to nurture and to care for people in the best way, you know, and so having patience through this situation. She's sitting in the middle, though, of a beautiful lotus. It's like your inner child, and it feels like spiritual development with the flow of abundance coming in the back, too. And so it really has that Knight of Cups energy to it, like doing what you love and allowing time to see how it manifests out into your life. So then on Tuesday, the moon is going to move into the house of you, Aries. So the moon moves into Aries at 10:05 a.m. on Tuesday morning, Eastern Standard Time here in the United States. The moon is going to be in a nice trine aspect with Sagittarius, because now the sun is in Sagittarius. So that's very supportive. The moon and the sun are going to be supporting one another. So this is an opportunity for you to do a little discerning about everything and kind of think your way through it. Work through your fears. These fears are going to kind of kick up, I think, on Wednesday. Fears about so many things, like how do we safely gather, or how do I bring this project forward when everything seems to be shutting down, or how do I manage money because there was that money aspect around this, or how do I? I feel the how do I's really being kicked up. Venus in Scorpio is going to be a little irritated by what's going on over there in Aries, and so, you know, I feel like there could be some moodiness on Wednesday. And so the moodiness, I think there was really a manifestation of the fears and the worries and the concerns that people have. And so that's just something to kind of keep in mind. And then when we get to Thursday, which would be Thanksgiving here in the United States, the moon is going to come into a square with Saturn. And Saturn is always about the boundaries. And so, you know, I just want to say, put the safe boundaries around yourself and protect yourself from your fears. Allow your fears to flow away. Have patience with the process and allow them to just kind of, you know, swim away if you can. In this case, it shows them flying away. See how she's all protected there inside, and she feels like she's being attacked. But here, the air is clear. There's a safe and protective boundary around you. And so even though it's like a square energy, which is tough, I feel like it's actually an opportunity to say, no, these are my safe and healthy boundaries, and I'm not going to let myself go there. I'm going to protect myself from that. Oh, so the energy for you, you have the tea dragon. I had to go with the cute little dragons. And the peanut butter dragon. So you have relax and companion. And so, what is that song? Hold on. Okay, all you can get out of is love the one you're with. So you can't always be with everyone you love, but love the ones you're with, right? And send your love, you know, where you can. That is not part of it, but that is what I'm getting. Wow, this incense is just like crazy. I'm going to move it a little bit, because any minute now, I'm going to start coughing and hacking, and everybody think I'm sick. I'm not. Okay, so then Thursday night, the moon is going to move into Taurus. And I think this is where we start focusing, looking beyond our fears and our concerns, and we figure out how can we manifest this? How can we take this beautiful Knight of Cups energy here and transform our lives into the King of Cups? What are the action steps I need? What do I need to do? And this is going to require willpower. This is going to require you saying, okay, I have my safe and healthy boundaries. I know what I have to do, and now I have to do it. So how do I do it? And so this energy flowing into Friday and Saturday of, the willpower and the focus. The focus, keeping your head up. So I don't know if you can see, there's emotional waters, yes, but she's also receiving downloads from spirit. And so one of the best ways to connect with spirit is through the heart space. And so allowing yourself to find that space, that moment, maybe on Saturday, find some quiet time for yourself to allow yourself to process the thoughts, because we've got Neptune moving direct, stationing direct, and doesn't actually move for 2 more days. It starts moving forward on Monday when we have the eclipse. So Saturday and Sunday, it's stationed and it's still and it's gathering its energy and getting ready to move. So when a planet is sitting still for a while, it doesn't really know what to do. And so while Neptune's been in retrograde, there's been a little more clarity, because Neptune can be a little bit about the imagination. But there's also been the lack of action to manifest your dreams into reality. And with Neptune moving, stationing direct while the moon is in Taurus, this is an opportunity to figure out how to take and capture those dreams and make a practical plan so that you can actually create them. And then we'll move into that eclipse energy on Monday, which is in Gemini. And so Gemini is where the North Node is. And even though it's a full moon, and it is about releasing what does not work in order to manifest these dreams that you're thinking about so hard this week. What do I need to let go of so I can chase that down? So I can move forward. What is it that I need to let go of so that I take it from the Knight to the King energy? What do I do to create this emotional balance? What do I do to create this career opportunity, this family opportunity, this relationship opportunity, whatever it is that you're trying to create? All right, you have 3 cards, and for some of you, you're definitely thinking about money, because we have clearing debts. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts. Oh, okay, so emotional debts also. So debts where you feel guilty, like, oh, I have to stay with this because I thought I needed to do this, and now I'm afraid to change and move on. But you're being encouraged to really look past that to what do you need to clear space for in your life so you can bring in what you deserve, what you want, what your sole purpose is, what you came here to do. So you already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. So this is a week where finding the time to sit down and writing out what it is that you are thinking about, what you are concerned about, making plans so that you can use them, and then have the courage to ask for and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as it is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept the assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided, which is so funny. I had a client this week who's an Aries, and we were talking about that story of, being willing to accept the help. The guy that was, warned, hey, there's a flood coming, you need to evacuate. He's like, oh no, God will save me. And then, the water's up to the 2nd floor, and a guy goes by in his rowboat and says, come on, get in, get in, get in. He's like, oh, no, thank you. God will save me. And then he gets to the roof, and the helicopter comes to drop down the ladder, and they're like, climb on up, we'll save you. And he's like, oh, no, it's okay, thanks. Go help someone else. God will save me. So, of course, he drowns. And he gets to heaven, and St. Peter's meeting him at the gate, and St. Peter's like, dude, what's the deal? And he goes, well, what is the deal? I asked for help and God didn't save me. And St. Peter's like, no, actually, we sent you 3 opportunities to be saved. God was right there. You just didn't take the help that was being offered. So there you go. Look around and be willing to accept the help. You don't have to do it all on your own. And in this case, I would say you're not supposed to do it all on your own. So be willing to accept help. being willing to accept help takes more strength and more courage and more self-confidence than saying, oh no, I can do this myself. And then you have positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the door to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. And so this is kind of like, I'm putting my thoughts out there and I'm offering this out there, but I'm a little worried about how it's going to be received. I think it's received really well. But at the same time, it seems to be something you're excited about, something you're passionate about, something you do the research on. Research feels like it's going to be a very important part of this, gathering more information. And part of that is asking for the help that you need. So then on Sunday morning, okay, so the moon moves into Gemini at 11:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you will need to adjust this for where you are in the world, okay? But Sunday morning has highly productive energy. If you want to get up and get some stuff done, that's a great time to just plan to set the alarm a little early and get up and take care of some stuff, because that energy during those last degrees of, when the moon is moving through the last degrees of Taurus, is going to be very supported by the energy of what's going on over there in Capricorn, where it's like, where do you want to transform? Where do you want to expand things? And then what are the boundaries and limits of the organization that you're going to bring in to create it? And so really good energy to bring about be very productive. And then the moon, when it moves into Gemini, this is about where you start thinking and really hard. Like if you can on Sunday, spend a little time in meditation and consider what your plan is. Write it down. Meditation. Okay, so like when I'm trying to create something and it's a very physical thing, like what is my budget? What is my next plans? What are my next steps? I like to find some spiritual music on YouTube, and I play that in the background, like some Tibetan singing bowls, or I like music set to running streams of water or whatever you like, okay? I like to put that on in the background, and I call in and I ask for help and guidance. Okay, Archangel Gabriel just waved. So asking for help if you're trying to make a plan on how to communicate it out. And so set some time aside, because it is getting close to that action phase. And this action phase is making the plan. And making the plan on Sunday, because the eclipse is on Monday, is a really good time to prep for it. And you also have spiritual abundance for your card, which I really think you're focusing on a plan about how to bring in all kinds of abundance. Spiritual abundance, this shows financial right here. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. But there is abundance in every arena, right? Infinite abundance is the ability to manifest the relationships that you want, the financial support that you want, the spiritual connections that you want, development that you want, just whatever it is that you are trying to manifest. Now is the time. Spend some time actually journaling. Journaling is a great way to access your higher self and to get information and to know what it is, that you are, get the guidance that you need, right? And make that connection with spirit. And so take a little time, get up in the morning and hustle around and get stuff done, so that you have a little time in the afternoon to settle in with that Gemini energy and write. And write. Wow, you guys have a lot of cards here. So let's see here. So you have, it is easy for me to quiet my mind and maintain awareness. I feel inner peace. That's hematite. I should study how to say these things. We have labradorite. I take the time for reflection and see life from a higher perspective. These are two cards of taking the time to go within and really spend the time this week developing accessing your higher knowledge, accessing your higher self, accessing all that information that's around there. Is just a matter of like tuning in. Oh, Like when you tune the guitar, you have to listen to make sure you're not hitting a sour note, right? Until you get the guitar playing the way you want. This is a time for tuning your spiritual instrument of being able to listen and get the guidance. Wow, that's really beautiful. And then we have green tourmaline. Abundance and prosperity are in infinite supply. I am grateful for the blessings in my life. Thanks, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. Abundance and prosperity are in infinite supply. I am grateful for the blessings in my life. In case you were wondering, when you're all sitting around the virtual table, what are you grateful for? State that you are grateful for infinite abundance. Even if you're like, but it hasn't happened yet. The minute you say, I am abundant, I am infinitely abundant, you are already manifesting it into your life. But remember to have patience for the process. Okay, so let's get on to I'm using the Affirmators deck for the special cards that I am pulling for those of you that left me a message last week. And I'll tell you what, I really enjoyed it so much that if people leave me a message this week, I will do it again next week, because I think it's important to try to connect and make our way through this. Okay, so here we go. When I never asked anybody, please hit the thumbs up. I'm so bad at this. I gotta get better. I am getting better. Okay, Aries, we're gonna start with Kathleen. Kathleen, who always says, it's me, Kathleen. Yes, you. Okay, an affirmator for Kathleen. What is the best message for Kathleen? What is the best affirmation? What is the most use? What is the most helpful for Kathleen? Ooh, Kathleen, nice. Talking about infinite abundance, you have unlimited potential. Pictures are, this is a giraffe. He has his head above the clouds. The rainbow is actually beneath him. So he is way up there listening. He's got headphones on, tuned into spiritual guidance. It says, I choose to live life. I'm sorry, one more time. I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I ever listen to anything else? And then in parentheses, it says, I'm looking at you, smooth jazz and talk radio. I think that's a message that, first off, smooth jazz is nice, but you kind of drift off to sleep listening to it. And then talk radio, like right now, I mean, I try to even limit my consumption of that, right? And so you're being asked to tune into your higher self and do what you feel passionate about, what you feel excited about, what is of value to you, and focusing on creating what it is that will make you feel infinitely abundant. You can manifest whatever you want. This is a week to really tune in and take care of that. All right, Aries Dawn. I'm going to call you Dawn. I am sure that that is an Aries rising. I'm not really sure. Okay, I'm guessing. But it doesn't matter. I love the name. But anyways, Aries Dawn. What does Aries Dawn need to know? What would be the most useful value? What is the message for Aries Dawn? You have engagement. Okay. Could you be getting engaged? Possibly. But I don't know anything about your life, so you're like, what? Okay. So it says, today I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. You know, this action step that's going to be asked of you. That eclipse is going to, we'll cover it more next week, but that eclipse is happening in your second house of what you value. Self-esteem, self-esteem. Oh, wow. Self-worth. Thank you. It can be finances, but it is what you value, right? And so it's today I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. socially distanced with a mask on. I will smell flowers and pet dogs and maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7-Eleven. Yeah, don't do it there. At the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average, and at the most, I'll make a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. No pressure. So if you've been becoming a hermit, which has been kind of hard to avoid this year, right? Take time to consider how can you. Okay, I just heard phone a friend, but I'm seeing Regis, which is so funny. Reach out and network. Okay. Oh, that's why I'm seeing Regis is networking. Okay, so reach out. So whether it is in a, you need to network in order to build your business, to get a promotion for yourself, or to expand your social interactions so that you are interested again in life. I feel like there is a need. I've seen an alarm clock, like wake up, wake up, wake up. So re-engaging in life, being excited about it. And I know that this has been really hard. This has been really hard for fire signs and air signs. This being rolling rolling shutdowns, like a rolling blackout, right? It's been really hard, and so finding ways, you know. Okay, I don't know if this is something you would do or not. It literally is what I just saw. I just saw a Zoom meeting where people were playing bingo. That's funny. Find ways to enjoy life again. Okay, we're going to move on to Teresa. Teresa, what messages do you have for Teresa? What is the best message that we can bring forward? What is the best affirmator for Teresa? I'm having trouble breathing, Teresa. I want to encourage you to take a few minutes every day in through the nose for a count of 5. Exhale through the mouth through the count of 5. Do that a couple times, and then like on the 4th time in, inhale and imagine you're inhaling through the heart space. And then out through the heart space, breathing out love and surrounding yourself with love. There's a high stress energy around this. All right, let's see what we can get here. Ooh. Okay, so the other thing I felt was this heavy, not heavy. That's the wrong word. I felt a very grounded energy. And I thought, wow, I wonder if you're like an earth sign rising or something like this. And now I read this and I think you should get your chart done. If you haven't, there's a calculator in the thing in the description box below. But I don't know if you are a Virgo rising or if you just have Virgo very heavy in your chart, or if you had a parent that was a Virgo. Could be showing up then in your moon if it was your mother. But it says here, no judgment. I release myself from all judgments. I find my inner critic. I call it into my office and I tell it, take a vacation. As it leaves the room, I let out a sigh. That's that breathing, and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. Who hired that guy anyway? Joyville. Take yourself to Joyville. It says, welcome to Joyville. So, we are humans. Right? We're divine sparks of light, but we're having this human experience where we just do not get everything right. In fact, Earth is the best school. And so we come in here to learn things so we can grow. And if we're listening to those voices in our head that usually were put there by our parents who are like, yeah, no, you need to be better at this. You got to be the best at this. You got to do things. That's usually where it starts. And it's not because they didn't love you. A lot of times it's because that's what they knew, and or they were just trying to help you to maximize your potential. Okay, so I'm seeing my mother. So my mother has passed away, and she recently showed up during a healing session I was doing with Jenny Virak, and she said that she just was always trying to help me maximize my potential. I know that. But it's nice that she recognizes that that was a little damaging. And so I think that, you know, relaxing and allowing that those tapes to disappear, let that be the thing that you release and let go of. What do you value yourself? What do you value in your life is your opinion of yourself. And so allow yourself to value the fact, have grace for yourself that you're learning and you're growing. You make mistakes. And that is part of being human, and learning to laugh at those mistakes, learning to find the joy in the everyday moments feels like a really big deal here. I hope that was of help. All right, Kathy. Oh, Kathy, the card came for you. Oh, you have two. Wow, they came so fast. Okay, Kathy, let's see what's going on for you. I mean, Spirit was ready to tell you stuff. Okay, so you also received the Unlimited Potential card, you know, getting out of the mundane into your spiritual, taking the time this week to really connect with Spirit, to tune in, to allow yourself to live your fullest life. It says, I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I ever tune into anything else? I'm looking at you, smooth jazz and talk radio. But this is also the letting go card and letting go of burdens and I think expectations, right? Because what's falling behind out of his pack looks like a bag of money and a chest. What maybe is just baggage. Just maybe it's emotional baggage you've been carrying around. It says, I don't dwell on bad things that happened. I let go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a great look. And so again, it's that allowing that energy of that eclipse that's coming in to allow you to release, to let go of what's not working for you, especially any harsh words or communications that you have received from anyone in your lifetime, or any guilt you are carrying about anything you may have said. And so a really good way to do this would be to write it all down, and on the full moon, which would be Monday, you know, burn it. Turn it over to Spirit. So I am releasing this. I am releasing the energy of this. Or you can just write it all down and you can sit there with a pair of scissors and cut it up. That works too. I like fire though. And you're a fire sign. Oh, hey, but you know my brother, if you watch my channel, you know my brother set the neighborhood on fire. So contain your fire. Be ready for all contingencies, right? Maybe burn it in the kitchen sink with the ceiling fan, you know, the little vent on, and then the water ready to roll on it. That's so funny. Okay, so it's about communication. It is about communications that you have received. I feel like they're from outside sources coming in, and you have been hurt, and you've hung on to the anger at those words, that situation. So it could have been coworkers, it could have been parents or family or friends or whatever this situation, groups of activities, groups of people. It's a very heavy burden. So, yes, being willing to forgive them for being human. People reflect to us either the things that we are a little unsure about ourselves. So when they point it out, it hurts even more because we're like, yeah, I kind of am like that, and I don't like that about me. Or they're just, that's what their problem is, and they're pointing at you. But when you point, right, you have all those fingers pointing at yourself. And so they're trying to make you feel like that when really it's them and that's their problem. And so understanding that we're all here as teachers and students of life and each other, and it's part of the process. So just letting it go, saying, wow, that's not, okay. Other people's opinion is not my business. And I'm going to drop the burden of other people's opinions, and I am going to move forward. I'm going to drop my irritation and anger at these people who don't know better, because they don't know better. So why am I dragging that around? It's stopping me from being lighter and brighter and getting where it is that I want to go in life. So those are some things that I hope are helpful to you. All right, now we're going to go on to Jen. All right, an affirmator for Jen. What is the best message, Spirit? What is the affirmation that we can give Jen? What would be of most value, most use to Jen? I have a paper cut. I thought it was a callus. I'm like, I got a callus from shuffling, but no, it's a paper cut. Okay, wow. All right, Jen, Spirit's got a lot to say. So you have worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it, and damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, nope. I think you're thinking of something else, and then I'll run away very quickly. So, do not invite guilt to your happiness party or your Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, so ideal partnership and gratitude came out together. Okay, so this one, worthiness came out right when I was getting started, but they told me there was more. And then you have, we've got wine and cheese. Okay, I was trying to figure out what the heck that was. I don't know if you can see. Wine and cheese hanging out together. And then you have gratitude, which is, it looks like I don't know what this is. Looks like a radio that's washing itself, but that makes no sense. So maybe it's a car. No, it looks like a radio. All right, so gratitude. Today I'm grateful for all the little things, even when the big things suck. There are always plenty of little things, and I can at least be a little grateful for, like hot showers and music, and oh, it is radio, and the fact that humans invented an internet, and I'm allowed to use it whenever I want. Using fingers and thumbs that do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. So, starting a little gratitude journal might be very useful and very helpful for you, because as you start counting the blessings in your life, you change the vibrational energy that surrounds you. And as you do that, the frequency that you send out, your own radio signal that you send out, will then attract higher vibrational opportunities and people and relationships into your life. And it says ideal partnership. I am rare and precious find, and my brilliance will be reflected back to me when I am paired with a true match. My ideal partnerships and working relationships are easy and free-flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. I want you to say that to yourself 3 times every day. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase Rumi, what I'm looking for is also looking for me. In fact, he or she may be paraphrasing Rumi right now. Wine and cheese. The perfect pairing. It's out there waiting for you. All right. I'm going to leave it at that, because that was a lot. All right. You guys have a fabulous week. The energy is pretty gentle, so soak it in. Relax into it. Be grateful. Counting your blessings feels really important, and planning for what it is you want to create by being willing to let go of what is not working. All right, you guys take care, and I will see you back here next week. And again, people who leave me a comment next week, I just decided I'm going to go ahead and do that again. I really enjoyed this. All right, you guys take care. Bye.